Hello, this is Dolip. Happy New Year to everyone. The character I'm going to introduce this time is Habaedeu, who can look like a real pro if played well, but is still classified as a weak character. Honestly, if you just look at the theory, this character seems to have everything and lacks nothing, but when you actually play as a person, it reminds you that theory is just theory. Now, let's take a look at Habaedeu, a character who has nothing to lose anyway. Habaedeu has a jab that works as a ranged attack. It's fast to activate and has pretty good reach, so it's great for zoning. If your opponent insists on close range rushes, just keep using this and they won't be able to get close. Although it's a ranged attack, it can be cancelled, so quick hands let you perform attacks like this. It's a decent ranged move you can use for zoning. Ranged Aibo has a slower fire rate but greater range and can link from crouching basic attacks. It's useful for gentle approaches, but since A may trigger a special move, use B to poke if you're unsure about the distance. Characters like Garona or Ralph can apply strong pressure and zoning at the same time with their ranged C attacks. If it looks like your opponent is trying something, you can just throw it out because it has good range and priority. If you land a counter, you can deal more damage than you might expect. This is Habaedeu's close range C, which is almost never used. It's the slowest of his close range normals. It can be cancelled, but it doesn't hit shorter characters. Unless you're very close, it doesn't activate well. This is his far D, and it's surprisingly used as an anti-air normal. It's fast and has good priority, making it quite useful. In theory, yes, but the active frames are too short, making it hard to land this. The scene I'm showing you is staged by me, so you might think it's possible, but if you actually try it, you'll probably get hit more often than not. This close range D makes combat relentless. The activation of Sibo is fast, and it's even a 2T move, so it can be cancelled at any moment. It's very easy to hit, which reminds me of Kinkapaa from 0-2. I'm really enjoying sitting in heavy D. As a light normal move, it's very fast with more reach than far A. You can hit up to 4 times by pressing rapidly, and it can be cancelled in several ways. This is a key move for Enhancements, featuring an excellent hitbox and strong rapid-fire ability. It links from several basic moves and connects even while sitting. Crouching C is a fast upper type basic move. Because it's an upper type basic move, it looks like you could use it as an anti-air, but honestly, its hitbox is so bad that it's hard to use it for anti-air. Personally, the forced link from a strong normal after Enjabi was easier than with other characters than I thought. This is a really good jump A. If I had to compare, it's as good for rushing as Core's jump B or Yashiro's jump A. You can smash through mediocre anti-air moves with this. This jump B unleashes unpredictable attacks neither of us can anticipate. The hitbox shows the reason. The attack hitbox mainly covers from the character's middle to the left, making it hard to track once they move past. You also can't hit directly in front. Heavy D's jump attack is hard to follow with your eyes, so even Gandhi would get emotional and lose his temper in this situation. Heavy D's air-to-air normal is his vertical jump B. Among Heavy D's normals, this one has the most beautiful hitbox. As long as you can get it to come out, you can't lose in an air-to-air fight. Heavy D's rush aerial is jump C. It attacks downward twice, and its startup and hitbox are pretty good. Since it completely covers even the very bottom, you don't have to worry about getting hit low. You can technically use this to cross up, but it's almost impossible, so it's better to just use it for rushing. Heavy D's rush upper. Jump D is the only decent air-to-air normal when you're not jumping vertically. Honestly, you should only use it for air-to-air situations, but even then, its hitbox is just too weak. Facing a slightly stronger normal makes you a flying sandbag in air-to-air fights. He can't attack low at all, so if you try to use him for rushdown, he's basically a ticking time bomb. I was going to explain the crouching D during the crouching motion section, but to avoid rearranging, I'll explain it now. It's a basic move that knocks down opponents. Though it seems ordinary, it has good reach and quick recovery, making it effective for surprising opponents from an awkward distance. But the downside is it can't be cancelled. Is Tabby D's main jump move 7? It feels similar to Baze's CD, but it's a bit slower. The startup speed itself is just a little slower than Baze's, but it has the advantage of having a very long reach. With excellent mobility, it will be very good to use while running away. If you use it this obviously, you'll likely get hit low. If someone who doesn't know Tabby D sees this, it might look like he's just pressing the taunt button, but this move actually gives Tabby D a buff. When you use this move, it upgrades all of his moves to enhanced versions. You need to remember how each move gets enhanced. For example, RSD changes like this. However, be careful, the buff vanishes if you get hit even once. This is Tabby D's dash move, RSD. When using Yagodong, movement distance is shorter than the enhanced version, but it activates faster, making it good for approaching. The enhanced version moves farther and is used for combos. If you use the enhanced version, the combo damage is pretty good, but if the opponent guards, the recovery time is too long and you'll get knocked back. Since it launches an uppercut, you might think it could be used as an anti-air, but that's just wishful thinking. It's just a blast upper, an uppercut. The motion has no attack hitbox, only the projectile does. Honestly, it looks cool, but it's not a move you'd really use. There are plenty of stronger options for combos. For combos, you should only use the weak version for it to be effective. As an anti-air, the attack hitbox comes out too late. Also, the projectile's hitbox is too far inside compared to the graphics, so you'll often wonder why it doesn't hit. If the enhanced version's first shot is blocked, is there still knockback? Soulflower looks like it has some technical flair, but it doesn't really perform well, does it? It would be better if it had an effect like Landmine Heart. The attack judgment comes out so late when it's active that you can't even use it for anti-air. There is invincibility time, but it's so brief it's irrelevant. It's even shorter than most characters' basic jump duration. As you can see, even when the effect appears, scenes like this happen. Also, you can't even combo into it. With the enhanced version, you slam the ground twice, but missing the first hit makes it pointless. Earlier moves couldn't break shields, but Dancing Beetle is a fast strike grab that breaks an opponent's guard and can even hit during aerial light attacks. If you use the enhanced version, it changes so that you can deal additional damage to your opponent. You can also use it to quiz your opponent like this, so it's not bad. This skill also creates the highest damage combo in RPGs. This skill can overwhelm opponents and is effective for psychological warfare. And the important thing about this skill is that your entire body is invincible until the attack is triggered. If you use the extra knife with light attack, it's a mid attack, and with heavy attack, it's a low attack. But the mid attack doesn't lead to a combo, so if your opponent rolls, you could get punished. Also, it's meaningless against opponents with super armor. The enhanced version looks cool, but the mid extra knife can still be dodged. The low attack can at least lead to a combo. If your opponent has a grab move, the mid attack is basically useless. I said at first that this was an important move, but the more I explain it, the more it seems like trash. This is Decrease, who is obsessed with heavy B pokes. The pokes are important, but are there any other uses for it? Since this move is very fast to execute, it allows you to punish things that normally can't be punished. It even makes these crazy punishes possible. Still, it's most commonly used as a quick finisher. Even when you use the max version, it has the advantage of connecting from a low poke. And the damage is really high, so don't underestimate Heavy Deal thinking it's weak. If the first main move is Rifle Galaxy Car Phantom, then this is Heavy B's move. It's a powerful manly strike, but like Galaxy Car, it's hard to land raw. You can charge it, but even when charged, it doesn't have invincibility frames. Also, it doesn't combo from just a basic hit. If you're a real man, you have to add Magnum as a follow-up. What lets you land this move for sure is catching the opponent with a grab. But if it's not the max version, you might just miss. If not in max, throw a quiz. If in max, use the Magnum. He proves his manliness by revealing they're all King Windblast types. To finish, I'll show some practice combos before ending the video. Among the parts I didn't explain, there's Heavy D's crazy backstep. Even if he jumps just twice, he almost goes all the way to the end. He's got insane mobility. The character's difficulty is quite high, so honestly, I think it's hard for the average player next door to handle him. You need to have the skills of a real pro to bring out his full potential. If you subscribe, like, and leave a comment, I'll make and upload videos even faster.